Give me a hot dog with extra mustard and a bottle of pop.
I'll give you a fucking slap.
Oh boy, Graham. That was accounts on the line.
What you done now, Alfredo?
Forgot to write the card number and other vital details on the back of a check.
You've done that a few times now, mate.
That is correct. But if someone has no card, and they say, I'm good for it, trust me, what am I meant to do?
And did someone say your money was down again for the 9th day in succession?
I won't lie to you. I'm not having a good month.
I was watching you earlier, and can I give you some advice, Alf? See, when someone hands you a wad of cash, and says it should all be there, best count it just in case, eh?
Even like if they have an honest face and stuff.
I don't suppose you sell bubblegum, buddy.
Well, you don't suppose correctly, you know, man.
What kind of desk is this anyway, my friend? Looks like the kind you'd buy popcorn from at a fair. It says airline there, but then the sauce bottles throw you, I guess.
Between you and me, we got it single-handed last week from a circus that was closing down. The bottles are just props, but the fuckers are glued down. Gonna be the death of me.
So, let me get this right. The ticket desk leave files have vanished overnight.
That appears to be the case.
Well, anyone who has had leave authorized will need to be in possession of a confirmation slip, or they'll have to reapply, and tough shit. The rest we take care of by consulting the roster. A process of simple deduction, as much as.
Problem being, the ticket desk roster with this year's entire past records has vanished too.
Excuse me, but do you mind telling me where the ladies is?
No fucking comprende.
There you go, Mr. Yakamoto. You're all set.
I give you my credit card now.
You've already done that, sir. Just you go now and check in at the desk round the corner.
But I must give you credit card first.
You already did, mate. I wouldn't lie to you.
But, man on phone say, I'm gonna show you credit card.
But how can this be, Cliff? These files are kept under lock and key. Nobody but managers have access to them.
It is slightly baffling, I admit.
Well, I don't see how. I mean, who was the last manager on duty last night?
Well, that's the kind of embarrassing part.
God forgive me, Cliff, but you're a fucking liability.
That lassie's no being very nice, Sandy.
Where do I recognize the rusty old bike from?
She looks like a lassie that does the weather on the telly.
You're right on the money there, mate. The more miserable the forecast, the wider the grin. What's her problem?
Usual story. She's got a 39 quid ticket, and wants upgraded.
So exactly how much is the fucking fare difference?
£218.
You're kidding. I don't want to buy the plane. Is it not a positive reflection on your shitty airline when people like me are seen sitting in business?
I don't have the power to forfeit the additional charge, I'm afraid.
Bullshit. I've been upgraded loads of times before for free.
Be a good chap, Graham, and get us the details.
Jones is the name and she's on the next Manchester.
Tip top, my man.
Hi there, Niall. A gentleman thought he could bring this on board. When I told him he'd have to check it in, he said he was fucked if he was waiting for it when he lands.
Well, you ain't gonna dump it in no garbage can. Health and safety and shit. What if a brat fished this out? You could do some fucking damage. Here, give it to me and I'll take care of things.
I'm just back from a booze cruise to France and you'll never guess what, chaps. Engine only gives up 5 miles out of Calais, and the ship's bobbing about with its ass in the breeze. Eventually the captain gets on the horn. Tells us we may all get comfortable for the night, unless someone on board can fix this piece of shit. So I'm like looking round, me and Everett sat around with their thumb up their ass. Fuck this, I goes, and marches down to the engine room. 60 seconds later, and all thanks to the D-man, we're on our merry way.
Wow, Popeye, I mean Steven Seagal, I mean Dave from Wheelchairs. I didn't realize you were a marine engineer, on top of all your other superpowers.
Probably because I don't shout me mouth off. This job is okay in that, but it's only a matter of time before I split this scene.
I can already feel the headhunters closing in. Hopefully for us they'll be the Apache ones, but then you'd probably neutralize them with telekinetics or something.